Kayla Nicole is gorgeous, unapologetic, and tough enough to win Season 3 of Special Forces. She's also Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend, the one before Taylor, and nobody will let her forget it. It's enough to make anyone a little bit shady. Nicole has been relatively chill about Taylor Swift since the chart topper started dating Travis Kelce. She even once claimed to be a Swiftie, or at least a low-key fan. But she's not made of stone. Travis and Taylor are impossible to avoid, even if you try very hard. And there have been occasions when she's expressed her hurt at the way things have unfolded. Nicole was a bridesmaid at Britney and Patrick Mahomes' wedding, but in 2024, she unfollowed her friends on Instagram. Even though she told people they were all still friends, many interpreted the gesture as a response to the Mahomes' very public friendship with Kelce and Swift. Angel Reese asked her if she was still pals with the Kansas City Chiefs Wags now that she was no longer one herself, and Nicole's response was telling.
We are not as cool as we were.
She didn't mention any names, but most people assume she's mainly talking about Brittany Mahomes. While appearing on WNBA player Angel Reese's podcast, Unapologetically Angel, in 2024, Nicole was asked about the pettiest thing she'd ever done over a relationship. Nicole replied, "I was dating a guy and he dumped me through a text message and he dumped me for this singer/actress." Nicole went on to explain that she'd actually moved to New York to be with this guy and his betrayal left her distraught. But later that year, she decided that the best form of revenge was to dress up for Halloween as the other woman. She refused to name names, but not really. Nicole let it slip that the photo evidence was still out there online, and soon enough the world discovered pics of Nicole dressed for Halloween as Tiana Taylor, the R&B singer once married to Amon Shumpert, formerly of the New York Knicks. It's no surprise that Taylor, Tiana, not the other one, didn't appreciate getting drawn into all the drama or the backhanded insult that went with it. In a since-deleted Instagram post she vented, she knew exactly what she was doing. That lady said she was famous at the time. It was very distasteful and uncalled for. Most importantly, she knew people would dig, so automatically my name is attached to the nonsense. The singer then threw some of her own shade with another clapback backed up by Taylor Swift's Shake It Off. Nicole has never been afraid to express her political views. During the 2024 presidential election, she regularly took to social media to voice her support for Kamala Harris and her complete and utter disdain for Donald Trump. Once Trump was re-elected, she mentioned the possibility of leaving the country, writing, "I'm thinking Australia." Soon after, she joined a large number of distressed Americans questioning how Trump was allowed to run in the first place, posting, "If you're a convicted felon, you're not even allowed to work as a teacher, a pilot, a healthcare official. You're not allowed to work in law enforcement, but you can run the United States of America however you want if it makes America great again. Bunch of clowns." Nicole didn't hold back when discussing the state of her love life with People magazine in 2025. She advised anyone currently dating an athlete to put their well-being and goals above their partners, advising, "We make it seem like it's such a glamorous lifestyle, but at the end of the day, it's another human, and it's another man."
It's not that I'll never date an athlete again. I would just prefer to try something different.
She then widened her cautionary dating pool, saying, "I will stand on this hill that dating men in general is a challenge, so I don't care what his job is. If he's an athlete, a doctor, a lawyer, he works at FedEx, good luck." That still wasn't enough. In case people weren't listening the first time she said it, Nicole went on to declare, "It's men that are the problem these days." Before meeting up in the third season of Special Forces, Nicole and former Carolina Panthers quarterback Cam Newton got into a virtual argument. It happened in 2022 when Newton appeared on the podcast $1 Million Worth of Game, saying, "A woman, for me, is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs." Nicole certainly didn't agree and clapped back on X, tweeting, "The obsession with women being able to cook is truly comical, cause it's like if your palate is so superior, date a Michelin star chef then, bozo." Once again, Nicole wasn't done. In an Instagram live session, she continued to vent her frustration, saying, "I think it's foolish that we have to keep having the same tired conversation about the qualities that make a woman of substance. This man said that you need to be able to cook and to be quiet because that's what his mama did. Like, boy, go date your mama then." You've gotta admit, she sometimes makes good points. In 2025, Taylor Swift was seen with basketball star Caitlin Clark in the VIP suite as the Chiefs defeated the Houston Texans in the AFC divisional playoff. Soon after, eagle-eyed Swifties noticed that Clark was down one pretty significant Instagram follower, Kayla Nicole.
I could post about the sky being blue and people will have a response about an ex in their new situation.
Sure, it could have been a coincidence or even the social media equivalent of a butt dial, but the Swifties weren't buying it. They interpreted the unfollow as a case of the friend of my enemy is no longer my friend, even virtually. Whatever the reason, Nicole was accused of internet pettiness. According to the Daily Mail, one Swiftie remarked, she wants to create a drama again after unfollowing Caitlin Clark. Another went deeper with their mockery, writing, she ever gonna move on from him? LOL. As for Nicole, Clark, and Swift, none of them have ever referred to the matter publicly, perhaps because they have better things to do than get into Instagram spats. In early 2025, Nicole took to Instagram to upload a video about her latest beef, reporting, my nail lady had the nerve to ask me today on January 27th if I have plans for Valentine's Day. She zoomed the camera closer so her viewers could see exactly how she felt about the question and warned, don't piss me off. Nicole's added caption read, no, making her relationship status crystal clear. This makes sense considering she'd recently sworn off dating. But Nicole seemed to be softening in that department. In a 2024 appearance on the podcast Behind the Likes, she reiterated that she was done dating athletes, but said she'd be open to dating a film or record producer. In 2025, University of Tennessee quarterback Nico Iamaleava tried to renegotiate his already lucrative NIL, name, image, and likeness deal. Back in 2022, Iamaleava had signed a record-breaking $8 million four-year deal with the college, but since then, several players had landed bigger contracts, so Iamaleava decided that it was time to talk about an increase. Unfortunately, his request backfired and Tennessee cut him loose. What does this have to do with Kayla Nicole, you may ask? Nothing, but that didn't stop her from taking to X to offer a pointed response, writing, nobody ever bigger than the program baby. Nicole was parroting a comment the Tennessee coach had made about the decision.
There's no one that's bigger than the power T.
Criticize her all you like, but Nicole can't be accused of not knowing her stuff. Following her graduation from Pepperdine University, she reported for the likes of Barstool Sports and ESPN on both the NBA and the NFL. While Nicole may be big enough to praise Kelce's football skills, that doesn't mean she's ready to feed his ego in person. In fact, during her 2024 appearance on Unapologetically Angel, Reese asked her what she'd do if she ran into Kelce out and about.
I would probably hit him with a head nod. That's about it.
That's better than some things she could hit her ex with. Nicole went on to explain that she and Kelce refused to give the media any more tabloid fodder, saying, we've seen each other in public spaces, but I think that we're both aware of the nature of his new situation.
There's just no room really for us to communicate or acknowledge each other publicly without it being spun into something crazy, so.
Shortly after the release of Taylor Swift's 2025 album, The Life of a Showgirl, fans were quick to highlight a couple of lines that looked to be a direct dig at Nicole. In Swift's song Opalite, which is one of the tracks reportedly about Kelce, she sings, you couldn't understand it, why you felt alone, you were in it for real, she was in her phone, and you were just a pose. Swifties were quick to conclude that Swift was saying Nicole was only with Kelce for the perks. Of course, nobody knows whether or not Nicole heard the song or knew about the lyrics, but she took to her Instagram stories on the day of the album release with a clear message. She shared a clip from America's Next Top Model.
How do you compare yourself to the other girls out there?
I don't compare myself to other girls. I'm no comparison to anyone else.
Given the timing of the post, it's hard not to think that Nicole was dropping her own bit of shade at her ex's future wife, but please don't ask her about it. At House of Champions' New York Fashion Week event in September 2025, the Daily Mail asked Nicole if she had an opinion on Kelce's engagement.
Oh, no. But I'm really happy to be here at Champion, though. This is a go party.